Hey everyone, welcome to the second team call for this Team Cup. Today is Monday, August 7th, and we are kicking off week 2 of the Team Cup, so I'm really excited. The first thing we're going to do is share some wins and some struggles of this past week. I want to recognize you for your wins and help you with your struggles, so I can go first. A win, I guess, for me is I signed a new coach that actually wants to work the business on sometime, I think it was last Friday. And this girl, let me tell you something. This girl I have been talking to, I'd probably say for about a year. So it's not like she just fell in my lap. I've been building the relationship and talking to this girl and following up with her for about a year. She finally is okay, it's time. I'm going to do this. So I'm great. Finally. Something that I've been struggling with, but I think I'm doing a decent job at. There's a lot going on this month with the business, and there's different groups I'm running and everything like that. And I feel like I'm struggling to provide the best content that I want to for people. And I really would like to be more engaged with my groups, but it's been just really hard to juggle. I'm running 5 groups right now, so it's a little bit hard to juggle that. But I think tomorrow, I'll be home from work, and it'll just be a nice way to kind of get back on track with everything and follow up with everyone. So who wants to share next?
Can I just say something real quick? I just have to walk in someone's house to drop something off for 2 seconds, but I'll be right back. So you guys can continue, and then I'll be right back. Just wanted to say that.
Yeah, sure, yeah.
It'll be 2 seconds.
That's fine. Yeah, we'll have someone else go while you're in there.
Okay, sorry.
Katie, do you want to go next?
Sure. I think a win I had is I really committed to having through that power hour, the 3 of them each day, and that's really helped me. Every morning I've been trying to get up an hour earlier to really spend time to get my 5 new ads, 4 follow-ups, 4 invites, and 10 messages, and then those are done. And then the rest of the day I can just focus on following up with people and building relationships with people. And then I have my own Facebook group page for anybody who I add as a challenger to just keep them engaged, because there are a lot of people who have just switched to me as a coach and they just have BOD. So I'm really trying to use this as that page to grow and try to get them to purchase a challenge pack with the Shakeology. So trying to just engage with them and then poke in little videos. I just got to the point in the book Super Life where he talks about Shakeology, and I'm my mind is blown right now. I'm oh yeah, it's good, but now I'm no, this shake is amazing. So I really want to start sharing more pieces of that, just because they're all no, I have BOD, I'm good. So it's great, but trying to sell them on the Shakeology. And then a struggle I've had this week is just still getting people to really commit and sign up for the program. I'm having a lot of people oh yeah, I'll think about it later this week, or like I said, they'll just want the BOD. So I really need to work on selling the shake and the benefits of that. I haven't, Sarah has I can't get over her skin transformation, and I'm ugh, I wish I had something that amazing to share with people. It's who wouldn't buy a shake after seeing that picture? I'm taking that picture into work tomorrow. I'm gonna be you guys got they're all cosmetrons who I work with. They all have the skincare, so I'm oh my god, they're gonna love this. Mm-hmm. So just really working on the shake and some of the benefits. I'm definitely finding I have a lot more energy. I haven't had coffee in about a month, which is crazy for me. So I still have decaf because I love the taste of it, but the fact that I haven't had to have caffeine is huge. So I think I'll start speaking to the more energy piece, and then I'm sure the longer I start drinking the shake, I'll find more of my own benefits to speak to. But just really selling the shake has been my struggle.
Yeah, selling Shakeology is hard because usually people see the sticker price and then what the actual. And it's really, really good that you are taking the time out of your day to read about it and research it, because then when people ask you questions, you could be oh, there's actually an ingredient in Shakeology that helps with X, Y, and Z. So it's really good that you're learning about the product, because that's really what's going to sell it. Is when you know about it, you have your own successes with it, and you are you're informed about it. You're not just here's a shake, buy it. no one's going to buy it. They need to know, why do they need it? Like, speak to them. Like, why do they need it? Like for Sarah, she, had a really amazing skin transformation. Some people have, like, I had GI issues for the longest time, and that was, Shakeology really helped me with my GI issues. So I speak to a lot of people about that. So, like, once you find, like, what Shakeology has helped you most with, like, speak to people about it. Because, like, when you're speaking to someone from experience, it really shows, and you're way more influential when you speak, like, from experience, as opposed to just like the basics. So it's really awesome that you're doing your own research and everything. Also, with you running your own group on Facebook, that's great. And I'm like really happy you're doing that. If you, Alexis does the same thing. It's called Stay Confident. It's another group I can add you to. And if you like wanted to use her group, you're more than welcome to, or like see how she runs it. You can do that, because like what she does is, once someone's done with a challenge group, she'll either put them in a new challenge group, or if they don't want to be in a challenge group, she'll put them in this Facebook group, Stay Confident. And it's just a place, it's like the same kind of thing as like a challenge group. Like, she'll check in the morning and then check in at night. And it's for people that just have BOD too. Like, you don't need Shakeology to be in this group that she's running. And eventually, like, she shares a lot about Shakeology though, so it sparks interest. And they're like, oh wait, like, I think I've heard of Shakeology. Like, I'm getting more comfortable with it. I've seen it a bunch of times. And then eventually some people are just like, all right, like, I want to try Shakeology. So you can do your own group, and that's totally fine. I'm happy that you are. But if you want to get some more like inspiration from her group that she's been running for a while, you're more than welcome to do so. Let me write it down. I can add you to it.
Yeah.
So,
I'm already in it, Danielle.
you're already in it?
Yeah. That's where, because I was just having it as like a place to talk, and then I used her as that idea to like run it like a challenge group with morning and night check-ins, and stuff like that. So just keeping it a little bit smaller than hers, so it's just a little bit more engaging, and then I can get to know them personally.
I was gonna say it's better too, because you can have more like one-on-one contact with them, and they get to know you.
Right. That's what I was gonna invite them to hers, but I'm like, like I'm the one who needs them to, like, they need to buy it from me and buy into me as a person.
Right.
So that's the concept behind that.
Yeah, that's great. That's a really good idea. Sarah, did you want to go next?
Sure. I've had a busy week. I'm just a little overwhelmed with everything that's going on, I think. And I'm like kind of like, my posts aren't as or much as I would like for them to be, because I just haven't had time to think as much as I should, and that's horrible. But just had some personal things going on, and getting ready for school to start this. I'm kind of going nuts. But I did have one that I sold, but it was just Shakeology, like home direct order only. So I couldn't get the whole challenge pack out of it, but I did get that. And didn't want to be a coach, but now that they bought it, they're changing to coach. So that's good for me. Excited for that. Still have a coach, but still no bod out of it. Yeah, maybe soon, but not yet.
Honestly, like, Shakeology is the main thing that this company runs off of. BOD is awesome if they get BOD, but really, like, the main thing is Shakeology, because you can't get BOD on home direct. You know what I mean? You get BOD once and it's done. So Shakeology is really like the backbone of your business. So that's great that you got her started with Shakeology. And the fact that she wants to be a coach now and just like get the discounts is awesome, because that's really going to help her, because she's saving money. It's going to help you. And if you want, I think there's a way to like upgrade your account to like coach, so you get the discounts and it's $40. Or I've heard of people just, instead of doing that, they just like get them started as a coach through the app. So that way you'll get 4 Success Club points. It's going to be the same. It's actually cheaper to get her started with Shakeology a second time around as a coach, and then she'll get the discounts from there, and then like cancel her customer account.
Okay, and then okay, cool. That's
Yeah,
good
that
to
way
know.
you can get double Success Club points too.
Oh, nice.
So just a thought. And, like, if you have any questions about that too, when she's like ready to get started as a coach, let me know and I can help you with that.
Okay, awesome.
But that's awesome. Good for you.
Thank you.
And Maria, did you want to go next?
Okay, yeah. So we're talking about what are we saying again? Sorry.
Wins and struggles for the past week.
Okay, so a win for me was that I posted for the first time, like starting my story, like letting it be known on Facebook and stuff like that. So I was really like proud of myself that I was able to actually post. And then struggles for me, I have quite a few, to be honest, because I find it like hard because okay, I'm really active on Instagram, Snapchat, and Twitter, but on like Facebook, I used it before more for like family that are like in Brazil that I don't talk to. So I post a lot of family things for them to see and stuff like that. So my crowd on Facebook is different than all my other social media. So I find it hard to actively post on Facebook to get others engaged because I'm not usually on it to post for friends or for like other sort of people. It's more family based. So I've been finding like it a little hard for me to like reach out to a certain group on Facebook. And also the whole like I've been really overwhelmed with the whole meal prepping thing because I started like the 21-day fix. I have like 14 days left with the program. And I've been like trying to find which way is easier for me to meal prep. And like I'm really bad with time management. So I feel like that's killing my butt. So like I don't know how to organize my time correctly to like get everything done. I end up doing it, but like I'll wake up at like 5 in the morning because I didn't do it the other night. Or like, I don't know. I've been like really overwhelmed in that sense. And also, I got like 3 or 4 people into the Butts and Guts group, which I was really proud about. And like they've been asking me questions about like what I do, like me working out, because they see me on Snapchat and on Instagram. And but I just don't know what to say about like Beachbody and Shakeology because like I know what to say that like it works, people have used it. I know someone who got like great results. But like for me personally, I'm just so new to it that like I don't have something myself to say like, oh, for me it's done this, this, and that because I'm too new with it, So like I feel like I need to wait more and like have more time with it before I can even say much. So I don't know how I can work with that.
Right. So I saw your post on Facebook. You got a lot of success with that, and I was like, "Oh my gosh! Like, look how much like traction she's getting already!" And it's awesome that you got 4 people into the Butts and Guts group. And honestly, if Facebook's not your thing, don't force it. Just do Twitter, Snapchat, and Instagram. If that's where your people are, like I know you have a large following on Instagram already. So like if that's where your people are, do your thing there. Don't worry about Facebook. You don't want to overwhelm yourself with like, especially if your Facebook isn't really for friends, it's more for family. Like who are you going to reach anyway, So you might like besides your family. So you might as well use the social media platforms that you're good at and use those to your advantage. So that's what I would say for Facebook. And like, I wouldn't really worry about that, especially because you have such a strong following with your other social media accounts.
Right.
Like just usually Facebook is like, it's where a lot of like coaches, like the groups are in there, you know what I mean? Like team pages and like all that stuff. So that's fine. But like if you want to switch someone, like say you post about it on Instagram, like, oh, free Butts and Guts group, or on your Snapchat or on your Twitter, and someone messages you about it, just be like, oh, okay, like, and then just convert them over to Facebook, add them as a friend on Facebook, and then add them to the group.
Right, yeah.
So, like, you don't really need to be super strong on Facebook if that's not your thing. As far as meal prep goes, I can work one-on-one with you with that and like help you figure out a schedule. And because I know that's difficult, especially starting off, because I think meal prepping and planning is one of the harder things to do. So I could definitely work with you on that one-on-one. So I think that's good that you brought that up because I'll just write one-on-one call. And then also when it comes to sharing, like, you said, you know, you're a little bit newer to this, so it's harder for you to share. I totally felt the same way when I first started. So what I would recommend is, like, have you noticed, number one, when they reach out to you, are they reaching out like, oh, like they want to do it, or they're just curious as to like what you're doing, or like what do they usually ask?
Like, I got a girl today. She was like, hey Maria, are you a coach? Are you trying to lose weight? Are you doing this at home? What are you doing? Like, put me on to what you're doing, because I'm in Brazil right now. When I come home, like, I want to work on myself. So I watched like some of the training, like the coaching, like the new coach videos or slideshows or whatever, and it said don't vomit your information. You should just like sprinkle it here and there. I vomited. Like, I didn't know how to not vomit, so like I just told her everything that I was doing from start to finish, like not in depth because it was a lot of information, but like I sort of gave her like a intro of what I'm doing. And I sent her my links to Shakeology and to Beachbody so she can read more on her own if she would like. And then that was it. So she just like wanted to know what I was doing because she was interested in what I was doing, what she was seeing on my social media.
Right. So that's awesome that you have people reaching out to you. I would definitely recommend, like, that's really good what you did. You kind of watched some videos, and it's totally normal to word vomit. Like, it happens. I did it, and we're all guilty of it. But it's good that you're sharing your story and like why you're doing it. But like when people ask, just be like, oh, you know, I saw someone get, like, just tell them what you told me. I saw like one of my family members' friends getting really good results with it. And like I started, like, have you noticed any energy differences with Shakeology or anything like that?
Yeah, I've actually like slimmed down too, and I've noticed that. But I feel like if I were to go to someone and be like, oh yeah, like I lost like 5 pounds, they're gonna be like, okay, but like what's 5 pounds? Like, because my group is younger, like my people, they're younger, so they're like, they want like results for like tomorrow, you know, they're not, and usually these people aren't like people who've been in diets for like their whole entire lives, like I've been, so like they don't really know what it is, you know?
Right.
So it's just like, it's like too much to explain, I think, I don't know.
Yeah, the thing is with this is, like, I don't know if you saw, but I posted a file in the Team Cut page, and it literally gives you all my scripts, like everything I use. Like when people ask about Shakeology, I literally copy and paste and like send it, because it's the same thing every time for me, at least. So definitely take a look at that. So when people ask you, you can just like copy and paste it. Well, make it your own, because like my story isn't the same as your story.
Right.
But like just have like a I call it like a scripts draft thing, and just use it so that when people ask you about it, you don't really have to like word vomit. You have everything like nice, concise, and like thought out, and you could just like copy and paste it and send it to them. I would definitely recommend checking out the scripts that I provided for you guys, because I think that'll really, really help with the word vomiting and then giving people the information that they need when they're like asking about it. And if you have people asking about it, definitely just tell them like, you know, we have a challenge group coming up. Like, you know, you're in the challenge group now. I know you're not, because you signed up a little bit later. But say, you know, we have a challenge group coming up the 21st, and like you could be doing exactly what I'm doing, and we have like accountability. So like it's all in the scripts and everything. So like you can read them over and kind of see what fits best for the conversation. But just like, and then when she's asking you, just ask her what she's struggling with. Like ask her what you can help her with. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because that's really where it's going to be good, is like when you meet people where they need to be met is what's going to help them. So I think that's awesome that people are reaching out to you, and then this is just going to take practice. Like we didn't get good at this overnight. We lost her. July. There she is. But yeah, so this is just going to take practice, and you'll get better with it as you practice over time. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I started in a bad connection area or something.
Yeah, we just cut out. But okay. So onward. So the vital behaviors, I know we talked about this.
I'm back. Sorry. I had like bad connection.
Oh, it's okay. It's okay. This is all recorded, so if you miss anything, you can go back and watch it. So for the vital behaviors, I know we've been through this a bunch, and for some of you veteran coaches, it's like, okay, you're beating the crap out of me with this. But personal development is super, super key. So like, share about what book you're reading. If you have any takeaways during if you're reading a personal development or listening to personal development, make sure you share those takeaways with your social media following, because I guarantee you most of the people don't do personal development, and they look to you for little quotes or advice or things like that. So definitely share about your personal development and like how it's helping you, because I know we're all struggling with something and we're all doing personal development to help us with that something. And people will get to know you better too by you sharing like, hey, I'm really struggling with self-love and this book is really helping me. I learned X, Y, and Z today, kind of thing. And also with the workout programs and Shakeology, share about your journey, share about which program you're doing, the flavor of Shakeology you're drinking, why you love it. Honestly, a lot of people tell me they don't like Shakeology, and I'm like, well, how did you drink it? And they're like, well, it's just water. I'm like, ew, it's nasty with just water. Yeah, it's not good with just water. Just try different things and like send them recipes, or just even share your own recipes, because people might have like a vanilla protein powder or whatever and try it out and like it. But yeah, just share about your journey and like what you're going through, and then just sharing your story and inviting 3 posts on social media a day minimum, and then 5 new combos a day minimum. But since it's Team Cup, I want you guys to be pushing a little bit more than that, but that's just like kind of a good baseline of where to start. So I know I told you guys I want you all to hit Success Club 10 this month, which I'm like, I know you all can do it. But the benefits of hitting Success Club 5, which is like the bare minimum to like keep moving your business forward, and what the prizes and everything are based off of, and like how kind of Beachbody ranks you and kind of, progresses. So number 1 is you're moving your business forward. So if you are hitting Success Club 5, that means you're building your team and your client base, which is awesome. You also get prizes every single month for hitting Success Club 5. So whether it be a cool webinar with a personal development guru, or it be they send out like backpacks and t-shirts and yoga mats, and I love little prizes like that, so it motivates me. You also get free customer leads. So that literally means when someone signs up on their own to either BOD or Shakeology or whatever it is, and they don't have a coach, they just kind of sign up through teambeachbody.com. Beachbody will send you these people, and they'll be like, hey, here's a customer like that needs your help. So hitting Success Club 5 qualifies you to get free customer leads. Something else is if you rank advanced. So if you're building your team and gaining coaches, you're going to rank advanced. And when you rank advanced, you get team cycle bonuses, which converts to income, which is awesome. And then you're also helping people that need you. Like there are so many people in the US, Canada, and UK that need your help. And I can't even wait until we expand to the UK. Like I am so excited about that. And also you can become a business starter. So I know Katie and Sarah, you've been coaching for a little bit, but Maria, if you hit Success Club 5 for your first 3 months as a coach, you could be a success starter, which means you earn a ticket to this huge Beachbody convention. It happens once a year. So I know we went through this already, but I'm kind of want to talk about scheduling and like, daily to-do lists and things like that, just to keep you guys on track. I know, Katie, you're kind of experimenting with the Power Hour checklists and stuff like that. So I think this will really help when you're kind of struggling with, oh, what do I do next? Or I don't know really where to start or anything like that. So this is the month kind of calendar, and I have it all done for you. I use Google Calendar. I think it's the easiest just because I like color coding things. But just for this next group, there's the free group, and I have all the additional wake-up calls on here, the team calls, and when you should be posting your call to action. So that means when you should be posting like, hey, like, I have a challenge group coming up, apply here, or have you ever thought about coaching, and like kind of give your little what coaching has done for you, and then you can apply here. So call to actions means you're calling on people to take action to get started with whatever you're promoting. So that's all done for you there. And then this one I know I showed you, and this is also a file in the team page, is scheduling out your day, when you're going to do everything. And then I don't know about you guys, but I love checking things off to-do lists. So I think this is really helpful you go into your day with a game plan, you know what you need to do, and you can check it off one by one. I'll show you my calendar in a second. This is like a really good new coach checklist, and I think it's awesome. I think Alexis made that. And schedule power hours throughout the day. Like Katie said, she's getting up an hour earlier to kind of get an hour of work in the morning. And like what I do is I have maybe like a power hour in the morning. I have a power hour during lunchtime. I literally will go out to my car from at my office and like do a power in my car. And then when I get home from work, I have a power hour. So there's and it doesn't have to be an hour. Like say you have like 15 minutes. It could be like a power 15 minutes. Just like a time where you can focus, you can knock things off your to-do list, and then be done. So what do I do during a power hour? There is a file in the Team Cup page that you can print out and use it. They literally list everything out for you and tells you exactly what you need to do. So I find that really helpful, and I think Katie's using it too, and that's the link for it. But again, I put that in the files in the team page. So my daily and weekly routine. So I want to show you guys my to-do list so you can kind of see. Now, of course, some of these things are not going to apply to you, but I want to show you kind of like what I do and how I do it. So can you guys see this?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is my daily schedule, things I do every single day. I haven't finished updating it yet today, but so I do my personal development, and I drink my Shakeology and log my Shakeology in my challenge group first thing in the morning. And I also post me drinking my Shakeology on my Instagram story. Then I check in with my weekly calendar, which is right here. So every day of the week I have like something different that I do. So today I track my Instagram following to make sure I'm growing. And I also post a question on Facebook because the way the Facebook algorithm works, the more engagement you get, so more people commenting on your stuff, the more it pushes your posts out to people. So that's something I do on Mondays. But Tuesday, shout out on Instagram. Wednesdays is I post another question on my Facebook. Thursday is I message people. Oh, this is something important. Message people who have liked your posts on Facebook. So I literally go through like the whole week in one sitting, and like if I see new people that have liked my post, I'll reach out to them and be like, hey, thank you so much for supporting my journey. Like it really means a lot when I gain support from others because this journey is really hard, and it's people like you that keep me going. Are you on your own health and fitness journey? Kind of like end it in a question so it starts a conversation. So that's something I do every Thursday, and I literally message anyone that I haven't messaged before that has liked or commented on a post that I've made. And I check my Coach Online office for rank advancements so I can recognize y'all when you rank advance. Friday is I check in with all my clients and all my coaches. So, how have you been? Like, what can I help you with? And like, that's honestly like one of my favorite things to do because I love all of you. And I'm just like, oh my God, I just like hanging out with you guys and seeing how everything's going and how life is. And then Sundays I create the Team Cup PowerPoint, which I did that this Sunday. So then I check in with the monthly calendar, which I just showed you, the one that I made on Google Calendar. And then this is something you guys don't have to do because I do it for you, but I check in with the Beachbody Champions page on Facebook. I check in with the Team Beachbody Coach 411 page on Facebook and Team Beachbody Breaking News on the Coach Online office. That is so I'm up to date with everything and anything that Beachbody is doing. So that way I can let you guys know in the team. So you don't have to worry about that because I'll do all the research for you and just post about it in the team page. But if you want to, like there's some stuff that I missed. So by all means, you can check out those pages. I think I definitely posted the link of the Beachbody Champions page in the Team Cup group. So I would highly recommend following that page or requesting access to join that group. Then I follow up. I use Streak follow up. So I don't know how many of you use Streak, but Streak is my way. I'll show you guys. I'm behind today because I was out in the field. But let's see. So Streak is my way to keep up with everyone. So I have a few different, little pages, and it just has all my people, my challengers, my coaches and customers, people I'm talking to on Facebook, people that are in my free group. people that I'm talking to on Instagram. So I have a few different, and this is how I keep myself organized to make sure I'm following up with everyone and really, you know, forming a relationship with people. I take notes if they tell me something, their kid's name, something like that, that I want to remember, and I like, no, I won't remember. I'll write it down because I like in one ear out the other with me sometimes. So definitely write it down, like something that stands out to you about them. And like, you know, really build a relationship with them. Don't just kind of like, you know, have meaningless or pointless conversation. Like really dig into like who they are and what they're all about. So that's something I do too. And then I talk to 10 new people from the UK on Instagram every morning. I will post in the team page and the team cup page. I'll send out birthday messages on Facebook. So it's just a simple, like whoever's birthday it is, I'm like, happy birthday, hope you have an awesome day. And usually they say thanks. And then I'll be like, do you have anything fun planned? You know, just like get conversations rolling. And sometimes the conversations die and that's totally fine. But sometimes you meet really awesome people that are like willing to have a conversation with you and you can build a relationship with them. Something else I do is I post like a motivational or like funny post on Facebook and Instagram. And then I'll also post I don't know if you guys have like pages, but if you do, when you post viral videos on your like page, it like pushes your like page out more. So I do that. And then I try to go live as much as I can on my Facebook. And then in the afternoon, I'll post another valuable post. I'll invite 10 new people. So I'm like, my tribe are like outdoorsy people. So usually on Instagram, I'll like search an outdoor kind of hashtag. And then I will reach out to them. If I find that their like page, I like really connect with them through their page. Then I'll respond to all my Facebook messages. So this is really important. I set aside time to just respond to Facebook and just respond to Instagram. I don't let that flow throughout the rest of my stuff because I know how enticing it is to answer people as soon as they message you. You just want to message them back. But I'm telling you, it helps so much with anxiety and stress if you set aside like an hour to just, you know, or an hour or 30 minutes to just answer Facebook and an hour and 30 minutes to just answer Instagram instead of letting that like distract you throughout all the other tasks. Now, again, this is like my to-do list. Like yours does not have to be off. Okay. So, so I check for new leads in the Coach Online office. So if you're hitting Success Club 5 or above, you're getting new leads. And if you have any questions about how to find that, let me know. I send out 10 cold invites on Facebook. I know some people don't feel comfortable with that. I definitely didn't at first, but I'm at the point where I like really want to move my business. So I just sent out 20 cold invites. And again, those are in my scripts. So if you want to see what they look like, you can check them out there. I also send out like, hey girl messages to new friends. So I add 10 new friends to Facebook a day. And then whoever accepts my request by the end of the day, I'll message them and be like, hey, thanks so much for like, you know, accepting my request. I love meeting new people. Where are you from? Kind of thing. And then I'll like Instagram story my afternoon routine, just like check in, tell them about my life. I'll work out, log my workout in the challenge group. I'll post a valuable post on Instagram and Facebook. I'll check in with all the team pages, and then I will check in with my challenge group, check in with my free group right now, it's Butts and Guts. I'll message people that have liked my posts on Instagram. So if I see like anyone that has liked a post that I've never talked to before, I'll message them. And then I'll also talk to 10 new people on Instagram about like, I'll like search the hashtag like weight loss or something. And then I will reach out to people that their page like suits or it's like my vibe. So again, this is a lot. And like, I definitely did not start like this at all. Like I have worked my way, I've been a coach for almost 2 years now. So I have worked my way up to this to-do list. I don't want you to like look at this and be like, I need to do this. Please don't. It's going to be overwhelming. And like I had to take, it is still transforming. Like I'm still working on my to-do list. So I just wanted to show you guys though, to give you like an idea of like what I do, and then just make this your own and make it work for you. And if you want me to help you like schedule everything out, please let me know. Like Sarah Christine Ray, she is on our team, and I literally sat down with her. She was having a really hard time like getting everything done. So I sat down with her and we scheduled everything out and like formed a plan for her. So she knew exactly what to do at what times of the day. And she said it was like the best thing ever for her business. So I think if you guys need that, please let me know and I'll help you through that. Another thing too, I don't know if you guys have struggled posting But sometimes I kind of run out of ideas of things to post, and I know this happens to a lot of people. They're like, well, I don't really have anything to post. Or like, I'm boring. You're not boring. Like, everyone has their own story and their own journey, and like, post about the silly little things that you think no one will care about. Sometimes those are the things that get the most likes and then like the most attention. So this is like my posting schedule, and feel free to make your own. Like, you don't have to. I just made this last week, so like, you don't have to do something like this, but just something like I like to do on my social media accounts is I like to post like quotes, because people love quotes. I combat an objection. So when people tell me Shakeology is too expensive, or, you know, I don't have time to work out or anything like that, combat the objection in like your own type of way, through a post. And then I do call to actions twice a week for whatever group's coming up, whether it be coaching or a free group or the challenge group. Tuesday, I post something about nutrition. I'm a vegetarian, so like I like to post vegetarian recipes for people that are thinking about doing it or just want something fun. I share my story, so whether it be through fitness, Shakeology, friends, coaching, nutrition, mindset, anything that coaching has helped you with in one way or another, put your own kind of twist on it and share your story. And then like a workout video. So something else I like to post are vulnerable posts. And sometimes those are freaking hard to share. Like, it's not fun sharing about your anxiety or depression or anything like that. But sometimes it's what makes you relatable to other people. People see that you're struggling with the same thing you are, and they're like, wait, like, I know how you feel. Like, I feel the same way. So it's really how people get to know you. And I know it's really scary. And like, I just started posting this kind of stuff. So believe me when I tell you it's hard. Like, it took me 2 years to finally be like, all right, I'm just going to go balls to the wall and like post like all my deep, dark secrets and how I feel about prep. So definitely, like, I know it's hard, but and some people don't have a problem with it. Like, I just like praise the people that do not have a problem with it, because some of my coaches like just started being vulnerable right off the bat. I'm like, oh my God, you are so brave. But I definitely wasn't like that at first, and it still takes a lot for me to be vulnerable on social media, but it's what's going to get people to trust you. So that's something else I share, or I try to share a few times a week. A lifestyle post. I like to do like when I do my quotes and stuff, I usually do like a picture of me outdoors, because like my tribe are like people that I'm an environmental scientist. So I love people that are just like outdoorsy and like to hike and go swimming and all that stuff. So that being said, so yeah, I just showed you my posting schedule, which I think would be really good if you guys have a posting schedule, especially if you struggle with like not knowing what to post. And again, I could help you with that if you need help with that. Sorry, I'm like going through this really quick because I know we've already been on the call for over like 45 minutes, and I don't want to like spend too much of your time. But does anyone have any questions about anything, or is there anything that I could help you with? And if there's not, what?
Oh, I said no.
Oh, no. Okay. I hope that was like, did that help? I know that I work really well with to-do lists and stuff, but I know it's not for everyone. But I figured I'd just kind of run through what I do and how I do it, to give you guys some ideas or, you know, anything like that. So I hope that helps.
Actually, I have a question.
Yeah.
So, like, how did you, I know that you've been, like, a coach for, like, 2 years, but, like, how did you get to like, make your schedule about posting? Like, how did you know what times to post what, or, like, what got you to think like that? Because I know that for me, like, when I posted, like, I didn't think about what time it was, or, like, if I'd have a schedule. Like, I would just be, like, posting because I feel like posting. Like, I don't know if I could have, like, a legit schedule and like go with it, you know, or like I don't know what times would be best to post.
Yeah, honestly, that's you know your following better than I do. So I never go by like time. Like whenever I feel like posting or whenever I have time to post, I post. So it's not like I post every day at 9 o'clock or noon or 7 o'clock p.m. Honestly, when you do that, it gets a little too structured and people kind of like see through that. So I say, and the thing is too, like sometimes people force posts, especially vulnerable ones. And like, if you're not feeling a certain post, like don't post it, just like wait until you're in the right mindset to post vulnerable stuff or anything like that. Like you don't feel like forced to post. You want to make sure your posts are meaningful and like valuable and people can gain something from them. So don't just like post just to post. Make sure that you're like, you're adding value, but I don't have like a set time schedule, if that's what you mean.
Okay.
And it does, Instagram has, if you make your Instagram account like a business account, you can go into insights, and it does tell you, like, I know my followers are really active at like noon, and then like they're not there at 7 because most of them are eating dinner, and then they're kind of back at 8 or 9. So if I'm going to post a call to action or like a vulnerable post or something big, I try to do it around noon or 8 or 9 because I know most of my followers will see them. So if you make it a business account, I love the insights. I think it's awesome.
Okay, so like for me, I know that my Instagram is not at all related to health. Like I usually don't post those things. So I feel like for me to switch it up is kind of weird. But would it also be weird for me to like make a different Instagram and sort of link it to my personal account and then have that one as a business and post like the health stuff there and get my followers to follow that? Or do you think it would be easier to do it the other way?
I have 2 accounts. I have my regular one, and then I have my health and fitness one, because actually my cousin is also a Beachbody coach, and like all she did was coach about Beachbody, and everyone was like, I don't even want to be by Tony because all she's going to do is sell me something.
Right.
So I created a separate account because I did not want to be like that. And I didn't want to put it in anybody's face who didn't want to see it. But then the cool thing that started happening is that people, like some of my friends from high school or acquaintances from college, it started showing up on there, like people you may know, just because we're friends on Facebook and it's linked through Facebook. So then they started following me. So the people who I know personally who follow me want to be following it. So I don't feel like I'm pushing it in anybody's face. And those people actually, I've had a good amount of success with them messaging me like, hey, I've seen what you're doing and it's amazing, like can you tell me what you're doing? And those are the people that I've had the most success with, and I haven't even invited them like, hey, you should follow my account. Like they found me and they wanted to follow me.
Oh, okay, good. That's nice to know. Okay.
Yeah, it's a really good idea to make 2 separate accounts, because then like Katie said, they're following you for a reason. They want to follow you.
Right.
Yeah, that's actually really good advice. I've only had one Instagram account, but I know a lot of coaches that have like a personal account and then like a fitness account. And then sometimes on their personal account, like if they have something big happen on their fitness account, they'll be like, go follow my fitness account. And like you'll like, tag your handle. So that's a way to do it for sure. Does anyone else have any other questions? If not, I will let y'all go. Thanks so much for hopping on the call and then like bearing through technical difficulties with me. I appreciate that. All right, that being said, I hope you guys all have an awesome night, and I don't know how to stop. Oops, I don't know what I'm doing. There we go. I hope you guys all have an awesome night, and let's kick off this week really soon.
Okay, have a good night, lady.
Oh, bye.
All right, bye.
Bye.